like, man, because I was a shy kid, introvert. I'm like, well, I want stuff and I'm going to go do some. Money's a motivator, yo. Y'all, I don't know why I said yo again, but money's a motivator. And so I got out there and did it. And once I started doing it, I realized how easy it was. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so shame on me for not doing 10 or not recruiting a couple of my friends and building a little business. But I didn't know about, entrepreneurship and stuff like that, which I think you should teach your kids too. That's the greatest gift you can give your children right there.
Absolutely.
It goes back to that biblical story about, don't give a man a fish, teach a man a fish, right? You give a man a fish, you feed him for the day. You teach a man a fish, you feed him for a lifetime. You give your kids money, you satisfy them for the day. You teach your kids how to earn money.
Yes.
You never have to worry about them again.
Never have.
Yeah. So I don't know if you got some stuff to add on that. I feel like I went on a little rant there.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's good. I'm all about entrepreneurship and teaching my kids that. And it's funny because I don't know if I told this story last week. I don't know. I've told this story a couple times recently. So I apologize to you guys watching if you've already heard this. But I was talking to my older kids in a group chat about an example of somebody that was basically flipping things on Marketplace to make more and more money and built a business out of it. And I was like, I challenge you guys, blah, 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 right? And I was talking really to my boys, but my daughter was in the group chat. And so my daughter says, Mom, what was that you were talking about with that guy? And I said, oh, it was more for the boys. I was just telling them how to generate some income by doing this and that, whatever. And she looked at me and she goes, I know how to make my own money. And I was like, oh, yeah. She goes, yeah, I did a little yard sale the other day and I've done lemonade stands. So I know how to make money. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. Actually, she's better at making money as a 6-year-old than any of my kids were at that age.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I've got 3 kids and, they're all smart as a tack, right? My oldest is my old soul and, the brain. And then my daughter's super smart too, but she is an entrepreneur hustler through and through. I mean, she did the whole babysitting route, decided she didn't really like a lot of the kids because a lot of them are brats or spoiled, right? And so she's like, screw that. I'll watch the pets and do the plants. And so she's got a dog sitting business. And I mean, she's 20 years old in college. And I bet she's making $1,000 to $1,500 a week. Just doing that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, you plant those seeds with your kids and you hope they take, right? And you look at that and it's like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And she's not, like, I wouldn't call her greedy or anything like that. I mean, she still does the bargain shopping and stuff like that, but she's stacking it back and trying to figure out, okay, how do I grow my money and stuff like that. So we're having some conversations. And my young one, he's still coming up. I mean, he did the same thing, mowing yards and stuff like that. And I said, hey, you want it, Dad? I want to do this, that, or yes. I said, there's the mower. There's a neighborhood full of yards. Go have at it. And he started doing it. And, he's up at school right now in Kentucky. But, you give those kids those lessons about the value of money. So that way they're not just wanting to spend. Because eventually either you're going to get tired of giving them money when they're adults or they're going to keep coming to you. And then that's going to impact your wealth strategy down the road. Because I see parents with adult children that still give their kids money and they need to be putting away for their wealth, right? And their retirement. Number 2 is teaching them that needs versus wants and the budgeting piece, right? Not anything complicated, just what's your income, what's your savings, that needs to be first, and then what's your spending, what do you want to spend? And don't let them just go out and buy to buy, right?
Right.
And that was one of the things I taught my kids. They would want to buy everything. And I told them, look, I'm going to buy you a set stuff. If you want, the extra, the iPod or the iPhone or the new PlayStation or the new video game, you got to spend your money on that.